What's up, fans of Pancake Masters? This is J-Pain here, along with Mr. Dirt, who's playing along with me in GTA 5. And this video is going to be on the Infinite 8 serial killer in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, basically, what this is about is this guy named Merle Abrahams. He lived in Sandy Shores and was basically driven out by his neighbors for being crazy and just seeing the number 8 everywhere and thought it might have been something that was telling him to kill people, so he basically killed everyone he could. 8 male joggers were killed at the hands of Merle Abraham. Now we're going to take a tour. We're going to see all the different spots where you could find clues as to who he killed, who he was, where the bodies are, different subjects like that. And yeah, let's get moving.
First stop on our adventure to find the truth about the Infinite 8 killer. We're at a house right now which is in the vicinity of the Infinite 8 killer's home, and the reason why this has significance is because it actually has a sheet of paper hanging up on one of the broken down walls, and it basically explains what and who we're searching for on this trip. I don't know who lived here or why the Rockstar chose to put it in this house, but it basically, it's a note, and it's about the Infinite 8 killer, and it basically states, Merle Abrahams wanted for killing 8 male joggers, was caught and put into the penitentiary and died in the penitentiary. But we all know he's infinite and he'll never die. Infinite 8 killer. I don't believe he's actually dead. But then it also says at the end he had a weird obsession with the number 8. Obviously his name, Infinite 8 killer. But yeah, Merle Abraham's Infinite 8 killer. You could have paused the video there, looked at it, but we're going to continue the adventure with our next stop soon enough. Right in front of the actual Infinite 8 killer's home. This house was burned down by neighbors, suspicious obviously of his presence. I mean, I know I would be, you guys would probably be too. I would not want a serial killer living next to me. But right there, you see, it already says, there will be 8. And I don't know, I mean, there's a little forced slashes down there, and a line through it right there you just saw. Maybe he only had 5 of the 8 that he wanted. Right there on the wall it says 8 is just infinity stood up. That's where he got his name. In the infinity sign sideways is 8 stood up. So, yeah. Decode that however you want to. Trying to get a flashlight here. There you go. Look at that. 8. 8's everywhere in here, right? This guy's crazy. This guy is crazy. And right here are the organs that he took from the 8 male joggers. And those are his shoes. Those are the organs because when we find the bodies, they will be mummified. And that just makes it even creepier. And right here, a neighbor wrote this to ask him to go away. Go away, Merle. You're wrongin'. Merle Abrahams. You are wrongin'. And it says wrongin' because he lives in Sandy Shores, which is basically hillbilly town. So, yeah, I mean, they're not going to use correct grammar. But whatever, we're going to our next stop, which is actually going to be the rock in the desert. And here we are. See you there. The rock in the desert. Alright. Mr. Dirts and I. This is, I guess, on his off time, he would come here and just, when he ran out of space in his house, or maybe when he was driven out by his neighbors, he just rode all around this rock, made it his home, kind of. Wrote 8s everywhere, and then wrote this little saying, they want me, they can have me, but they'll never have my people, even though I shall leave them soon enough. Where they put me. And over here he was writing this little 3D kind of popping off the rock thing. It says 8 won't, and then 8 won't wait. That's what it's gonna say. Rushing into the prison. This is the second to last adventure on our Infinite 8 killer hunt to find the truth. right now. He's killing cops. The only bad thing and dangerous thing about finding this piece of evidence is that it's in the prison. I accidentally killed Thomas back there if you saw that, but it is in the prison, which isn't the best place to go looking for it, but we have to do this to find the truth. You might want to pause the video when I do get a good description, when I do get a good picture of the writing, because it's going to be a quick look. I'll tell you what it says now, because I've already seen this before. It basically says, where water meets land and fire, once served forth, there the infinite eight shall stay until I return. That's what it says. You'll see it in a little bit. And what I think it means is that he's not really dead, because we know he was caught while writing that 8 won't wait on the rock, and we know he was brought here and supposedly died. That's what the piece of paper at the house said, but nobody knows what really happened to him. And then there's a map right there of the islands in Toledo Bay, and those are where the bodies are. And that's our next stop here for the final part with some bad news. Listen, Thomas and I looked at these islands in Toledo Bay, and trust me, I've seen it for myself before on the Xbox 360, and you guys, if you look up an Infinite 8 killer, you'll see it. There are mummified bodies, but I cannot seem to find them on the Xbox One, so I'm actually going to make up a little thing of my own here that I believe that through the transfer of Xbox 360 to Xbox One GTA 5, Rockstar felt that the Infinite 8 killer was not important enough, I guess, because there are no bodies here at all. All the clues are on the Xbox One, but there are no bodies. And I guess they were just lost at sea, or maybe the Infinite 8 killer came back, and he was never dead, and that's what they're trying to say to us. Came back, took the bodies, got rid of all the evidence. But I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Infinite 8 Killer, and subscribe.